Hello guys, welcome to Nita Crochet. The hook is my magic wand. Please subscribe for gorgeous content. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this little textured daisy flower bag that is made to match this bikini, and you can go and watch the tutorial for this whole bikini set on my channel. Okay, so this bag or purse or whatever you can call it is made to match your bikini, and it's one that can keep your cards, your phone, your little items while at the beach or vacation, or you can just use it normally on any day, like on a casual day, to keep your little items in there for you. Okay, and for this bag I was looking for some little bit of texture, so I worked with the wattle stitch. It's really easy to work with. And now these are the materials we are going to be working with: a 4.5mm hook, size 2 yarn. I'm going to be doubling my strands, a yarn needle, tape measure, and scissors. So some of you just want to take a look at the yarn I'm using, so this is it. And I'm going to be doubling my strands because this is size 2 yarn. It is lightweight and it's just, you know, appropriate for what I am going to do. I'm going to be working with a textured stitch, and it's called the wattle stitch. All right. So I'm going to make a slip knot, and I'm going to be working in sets of 3 plus 2. Okay, so whichever number that you want to work for your bag or purse or whatever, and you want like more width, you just make sure you are working in sets of 3 plus 2 at the end. Okay, for example, I'm going to be chaining 18, then plus 2, so that will make it a total of 20 chains. Okay, so let me let you guys work your chains, then I'll get back and show you how to work the stitch. So this is it, and this is what I have. Okay, so to start the stitch pattern, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to work a single crochet into the second chain stitch from the hook right there, and then I'll chain one, work a double crochet into that very same stitch. Okay, and now here I'm going to skip 2, and then into the next I am going to work a single crochet, chain one, work a double crochet, all in this very same stitch. All right, skip 2 stitches, into the next stitch you work a single crochet, chain one, and a double crochet, all in this very same stitch. Skip 2, into the next you work a single crochet, chain one, work a double crochet into the very same stitch. Skip 2, into the next you work a single crochet, and then chain one, work a double crochet, all in this very same stitch. So this is what you're going to do all the way until you get to the end of your row. So let me just get back and show you how it looks like. So I just want to show you how you have to end your row. Now you can see this is more like the second last V I am working. Oh yes. So I'm going to have to skip these 2 stitches, and now into this very last stitch I am going to work a single crochet. I'm not going to work a chain and then the double crochet. Instead, I'm just going to work a single crochet. So for your very last stitch you will skip 2, and in the very last stitch you just work a single crochet. Now to work our next row, we are going to chain 1, turn our work, skip 2 stitches, and into the chain 1 space we work a single crochet, chain 1, then work a double crochet in this very same chain gap. Okay, skip 2 once again, into the chain gap we work 1 single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet, all in this very same chain gap. Skip 2, in the chain gap you work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet, all in this very same chain gap. So you just keep doing this for all the V's. Okay, I'm just going to get back and show you how to end your row. So as you can see right here, into this very last V, I am going to work my 1 single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet in this very same chain gap. Now into the single crochet right there that's started the previous row, I am going to work my single crochet to end the row. Okay? Okay, if you look closely, you can see your V's. You can see that on the first row you had maybe like 6 or 7, whichever number of chains that you started with. You can count your V's and keep track and make sure that you're on the right track. So for the next row, I'm going to chain 1, skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet, all in that very same stitch. And then once again, skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet into that very same chain gap. And I'm going to do this for all the chain gaps. So I'm going to just be skipping 2 stitches and then working a single crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet all in that very same stitch or chain gap. Okay? And I'm going to do this until I get to the end of the row. See that? And now into the last V, I will work my 1 single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet all in this very same stitch. And I'm going to look out for the single crochet that started the row right there. I'll insert my hook in there and work a single crochet to end my row. Okay? Let me just work one more row, then I'll let you guys work the rest on your own. So chain 1, turn your work. Skip 2 stitches, into the next stitch you work a single crochet, chain 1, a double crochet all in that very same stitch. Skip 2, work a single crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, a double crochet all in that very same stitch. So repeat this all the way until you get to the end of your row. Okay, I just want to make sure that you guys have really mastered this because I'm going to let you work the next rows on your own. Or you can just look out for the wattle stitch and see what it looks like and how you can like maneuver if this is getting confusing for you. Or even just work with any stitch pattern that you want. So I'm here at the very last V. And I'm going to skip 2, work a single crochet, okay, chain 1, work a double crochet into that very same stitch, and I'll look out for the single crochet that started the previous row. In there I will insert my hook and work a single crochet to end the row. So that's what you're just going to do repeatedly for a couple of rows, like literally so many rows, okay, until we have a length for the pass that we want, okay. So I'm going to get back and show you how much length I have and how it looks like. So this is how it looks like. I love the feel and the texture is really great. So just to give you accurate measurements for your piece, you must have about 16.5 inches of length, all right? Okay, so I didn't share a number of rows because it may put you down. It's not necessary, but just work your rows until you have the length I have shared, or less or more, given what you want, okay? Now at this point, I'm going to be working a decrease that is going to give me that sort of like, I don't know, shape for my like cover, like the piece that is going to come and flip over, like be flipped over. To give us that sort of like closure, all right? So basically we are going to be working a decrease with the wattle stitch. Now first I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to skip 2, okay, into this chain gap. I will work a single crochet and then I'm going to skip 2 once again. Into that chain gap I'm going to work a single crochet and then chain 1, work a double crochet all in this very same stitch, okay. Skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, a double crochet all in that very same stitch. Skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1 and a double crochet all in that very same stitch as well. Skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, double crochet in that very same stitch. Do the very same for the next V. And now to end your row, this is what you will do. Into that V, you're going to skip to into that V right there. You are going to work your single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet, and then now work a single crochet into the single crochet that started the previous row right there. So we worked a decrease when starting the row, but we didn't work one when ending the row. Okay, now for the next row of decrease, we are going to chain 1, skip 2 stitches into that chain gap right there. I'm going to work a single crochet, skip 2 once again into the next stitch, which is the chain gap. I am going to work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet all in that very same stitch, and then skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet all in that very same stitch, skip 2 right there, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet in that very same stitch, skip 2, work 1 single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet into that very same stitch. Okay, skip 2, now work a single crochet, chain 1, work your double crochet into that very same stitch. Okay, now get to that single crochet that started the previous row right there and work your single crochet. Okay, so we also worked a decrease when starting the row. I'm just going to work 4 rows of decrease because I need like more like a U curve, a U bend, not a triangular sort of like sort of like closure. So once again, I'm going to skip 2, work a single crochet, skip 2 once again, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet all in that very same stitch, skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet into that same stitch, and yes, skip 2, work your single crochet, chain 1, work your double crochet into that very same stitch. And now for the last V, we skip 2, work a single crochet, chain 1, work a double crochet into that very same stitch. And now we are going to skip the next 2 stitches and work a single crochet into the single crochet that started the previous row right there. So just do the very same thing for the last row, which is going to be the 4th row of decrease. So just chain 1, skip 2, work a single crochet, skip 2 once again, work a single crochet into that stitch, chain 1, work a double crochet. So basically what we have been doing, so I'll let you guys just work this row until the end, and then I'm now going to get back and show you how to work along the edges so that we stitch this together to form a pass. So here we are, and this is how my work looks like so far. Now I'm going to be working along the edges. Please just fold it in a way that keeps the small part up to like come and flip over or lay over this other end, okay, or the end that has the foundation chains, so it gives us that sort of like closure. So I'm going to be working single crochets along this line and also create a closure for the button that is going to be on to this piece. So first secure this end, and once you have that, I am going to start from the other corner of the foundation chains and then start working along the edges. So just to be accurate, I'm going to be having the 7 inches here and then the 3 inches for the flap that is going to lay over for closure. Yes, so I'm going to just insert my hook in here and start working along this edge. Then later I'll create a corner and work along this edge all the way going up, okay? So I'm going to get my yarn and I'll pull through yarn, chain 1, work a single crochet in there. I am working now on the opposite side of our foundation chains. So I'm just going to be working 1 single crochet into every stitch until I get to the other end of my row, okay? And that's where I'll meet you and show you how we can now work along the edge, okay? Now here I am getting to the corner or the end of my foundation chains. So this is how it looks like so far. Now I'm going to be working single crochets along this edge right here. So I'm going to work a corner so that now we start working along the edge. So into this very last stitch I'm going to add 3 more single crochets. So we are going to have a total of 4 single crochets in this very same corner, okay? Now I will work single crochets along this corner into every single crochet post. Just look at your stitches and make sure that you're placing your single crochets right where they have to be, okay? I'm not going to be specific on the number of single crochets, but just make sure that once you work your stitches, you have a clean edge, like it is straight and flat. It's not like bumpy, okay? Because if it gets bumpy, that means you have worked more stitches, more than what you have to work, okay? So just work your single crochets all the way until you get back up. I'm going to meet you up on the other side to show you how to work along the curve. So you see what we have? It's super flat and straight. So just do this all the way until you get right here at the curve right there. That's where I'm going to meet you and then show you what to do. So here I am. Okay, this is how it looks like, and now I'm at the curve, and this is what you will do at the curve. There is nothing really different. I just want to show you how to like maneuver the curve. We are going to work a single crochet in there. So because it's a curve, there's some stitches where it will need us to like work 2 single crochets into the very same post. Like this one I worked 2, and then right here I will work 1. Now when I get into the bend like there, I will work 2 single crochets just to cover up for that like bend or gap or bump. All right. Now I'm going to get over this edge, and then I'll start working into every single crochet stitch. All right, because now I am over the posts. I'm now working into every single crochet stitch. So I'm going to work into every single crochet stitch until I get more like at the center of this curve, so that I work a few chains just to leave space for my button, okay? More like that, a chain gap for where my button is going to sit when closing this bag. And now as you can see, this is how it looks like. I'll just literally like pull it a little bit so it can lay flat the way I want it to be. Now at this point here, I feel like this is the center of my curve, so I'm going to chain 2. Okay, this is the center now. All right, so I'm going to chain 2. That's enough for my button. If you work so many chains, it's going to give you a loose closure. So given the size of your button, work the number of chains given the size of your button, okay? So once you have your 2 chains, you will skip 2 stitches and then now continue with the 1 single crochet into every stitch. And then when you get to the curve, still you do the very same thing we did on the other side of the curve. And from there you will continue working along the edge until you get back up to where we have our foundation chains. All right, so I'm going to let you guys do this until you get to the other side, and I'm going to get back and show you what to do. And now finally there we have it. So I will have had all my edges worked, and now I am going to be hand sewing the edges together to form the bag that we are looking for. So I'm going to fold my piece just like that. Okay, yes, and I'm going to make sure I am doing this on the inside, on the side that I feel like this should be the inside. Okay, so I'm going to be hand stitching this, and later I will turn my bag in out and have my button now hand sewn on the outside. All right, so first you're going to cut your yarn, secure the end, and then you will insert the end into your yarn needle, into the eyelet of your yarn needle, and then I'm going to get back so we hand sew this quick. So like I said, make sure that you have 3 inches for the piece that has to lay over for closure. Okay, now once you have measured that and you're accurate about the inches of that piece, you are now going to start hand sewing this end. Okay, we are going to make sure that we get our needle through stitch by stitch on both sides. So I'm going to be running through every stitch very quick so that I get to the end of this tutorial. So you are going to hand sew this all the way down and then do the very same thing for the other side as well, so that at that point we shall have gotten to having a shape of a bag. So let me get back once you have that, then show you what it looks like. So this is it. This is how it looks like on both sides. So I'm just going to turn this in out and show you guys. Don't worry about my ends, I'm going to whip them in later. So I'm just going to get back and show you how it looks, how to work the flower and also attach it onto this. So let's turn this in out. So this is it, and now for those that don't want the daisy, this is where you should stop. But before you do that, I'm going to show you how to attach our strap or handle onto the bag, because we didn't work that when working the edges. So this is what you will do. So you're going to insert your hook into the center stitch of the foundation chains, or the edge of the foundation chains, and right there we are going to work a single crochet into that stitch. And we are going to continue working 1 single crochet into every stitch until we get to the corner where there is the seam that joined the 2 pieces together. So as you can see, I have 1 stitch left, so I'm going to work 2 single crochets together into this last stitch and the very first stitch of the piece that is going to like lay over for the closure right there. So once I have that, I'm going to start working chains. I'm going to work a couple of chains for a long strap that is going to go like crossbody, because I want this bag to like be worn crossbody. Okay, So here I am with my strap done. Now I am going to get to the opposite side of the bag right there, and I'm going to set my hook into the very first stitch of the piece that is going to lay over for closure, and then insert my hook once again into the first stitch nearest to the seam. Okay, now for these two stitches I'm going to work a single crochet together just like that. Okay, now I am going to work one single crochet into every stitch all the way until I get back to the first stitch that started this row, and in there I'm going to work a slip stitch to end my row, and I'll cut my yarn and weave in my ends. So this is how it looks like, and at this point I'm almost done. I'm just now going to work the flower and also hand sew it on there. So to work the flower, I'm going to get my yellow yarn and make a magic circle, and then I'll get my hook, yarn over, insert my hook into the circle and work a single crochet, and here I'm going to chain one, yarn over, work a half double crochet into the circle, and I'm going to keep working half double crochets because I need 10 half double crochets. So I'm going to work 9 more half double crochets to make a total of 10. Then I'm going to get back and show you guys what to do. So once I have all 10 half double crochets, I'm going to pull this end so it draws the circle together. Then I will work a slip stitch into the very first stitch that started the row. Once done, I am going to get my pair of scissors and cut this yarn. Then I'm going to get my white yarn and attach it onto this, then start working the petals of my flower. Here we are. So I'll yarn over, pull through and work a chain. Okay, then I'm going to work a total of 8 chains with the white yarn. Because the flap that makes the closure on my bag is a little small, I'm going to make sure that my petals are a little short. Okay, unlike the petals I worked for the bikini. So I'm going to work 8 chains, and then into the third chain stitch from the hook I'll work a half double crochet, and into the next stitches I'm going to work 1 double crochet into each stitch until I have 1 stitch left, and there I will work a half double crochet. So into this I'm working a half double crochet because that's the last stitch. Now I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch and work a slip stitch just like that. So I have my first petal complete. To work my next petal, I am going to chain 8 just like I did previously. Once you have your 8 chains complete, you're going to work a half double crochet into the third chain stitch from the hook, then work 1 double crochet into the next chain stitch, work 1 double crochet in the next as well, a double crochet into this second last chain stitch, and then into the last chain stitch we work a half double crochet. Now we are going to insert our hook into the next stitch on the yellow circle that we worked, and then work a slip stitch. All right, so now our petal is fully attached onto the yellow piece. So once again, to work the next petal we chain 8. This is the last petal I'm working with you guys. Into the third chain stitch from the hook we work a half double crochet, then we work 1 double crochet into the next stitch, and we continue working 1 double crochet into every stitch until we have 1 stitch left. Okay, so 1 double crochet, and now into this stitch as well we work a double crochet, and into the very last stitch we work 1 half double crochet, and then we work a slip stitch into the next stitch on the yellow piece, just like that. So you're going to follow exactly what I have done for all the other petals, and make sure once you come to the end of your row you have 10 petals in total. Then you're going to hand sew this onto our piece. Okay, now this is the piece and this is where it's going to go. So I'm going to let you guys hand sew your flower onto this piece. Okay, place it right here and make sure it fits perfectly, more so the petals. And then you'll get a button, a small button, preferably one that matches the color of your yarn, and place it right there. But make sure you're sewing it onto just one side of the bag, not both sides, because in that way you will have closed up the bag. Okay, so the chain 2 space that we worked is the one that goes under this button to close it up. So this is how it looks like. I love how mine turned up. I hope you love the tutorial. Thank you so much. Bye.